Hello everyone! Welcome to this third part of this tutorial on how to make a clicker game. And in this part we're going to be finishing the shop and also adding a few other cool touches. So first we're going to I'll give you a sneak peek of my third of the finished project. So here we have this, and as you can already tell, we've got these variables are looking a bit more fancy because they're in their corners, and Scratch is evolving. And when I click onto the shop, the CPS changes. Also, I can press enter and it'll exit and enter the shop. Now we have these shop items, and another thing to note is that when you it like it grows kind of like the cat. And also, if you try to buy something that you can't buy, it makes this sound. Also, we're going to be fixing the scroll bar today because last time the keys are inverted, and yeah. And if I click this cat enough times, then we will. Then when I buy it, it increases CPS, and the cat made a purring noise, and now we have now clicks is increasing by 1 because CPS is 1. CPS stands for clicks per second and increases by CPS. CPC just means that whenever I click it, the clicks increases by whatever this value is. And this is what we're going to be making today. So, yeah, before we start, make sure to follow Famochi on Scratch and and also subscribe to this channel. Anyway, let's go! Woohoo! And so here we're going to start by coming back to our Cat Clicker episode 2 project. And before and if you're wondering what this make unlisted button is, it's by Scratch Tools. It's another extension similar to Scratch add-ons, and it's got there's really cool stuff that Scratch add-ons doesn't, like this make unlisted. Anyway, so now we're gonna do the thing we normally do and save our project as a copy, and then change it from Cat Clicker episode 2 to episode 3. And first, let's make it so that these variables look kind of nifty and fancy. So first, let's click all these variables 2 times, and you'll see that they've gone into this state. And we can put these variables in their corners. So CPS can come here, and CPC can go there, and CPS can come here. And now let's go into the backdrops. And just so that players know what's what, we should we should add some text to the backdrops. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get a fill, and with here we're gonna have clicks, and we're gonna move the clicks here, and we're gonna put the variable underneath it. Just to double check, re-click it. Yep, it says clicks. So this one goes here, and do the same for the other two. And when you come to CPS, you'll remember that variables can't actually move. There's not a block in the editor to make them move, but I've got a cool workaround. So yeah, so we can add the CPS here, and put this here, and the CPS can go here. And now for this divide for the other one, we can hold down shift and take all of these. Then we can click copy. Then we can go to our shop backdrop costume, press paste. So basically these are going to be in the exact same place. But with the CPS one, since it's not really going to be here, hold down shift and press left a few times. This, like I showed in the last episode, moves it by not just 1 pixel, but many. And just to double check, we can move our CPS variable over to here. Okay, good. And now when you go test the project, you'll see that that all this text and everything is moving, not which is cool. But the only problem is the CPS variable doesn't move. So we're gonna come to that now. First, turn your backdrop into the mode that's basically when you're off the shop, so divided by 0, 1. Then what we do is we move our CPS variable to where it says CPS. And now let's create a new variable, which we can call CPS shop. This variable will be variable of all sprites, that's fine. And now change your backdrop to the backdrop that's the shop mode, so this one. Let me just move this down a bit. And then what we're going to do is the CPS shop variable, we're going to take this to where the CPS is going to be in the shop. So here. And now we can, in this switch backdrop to divided shop, well, slash shop, we can set CPS shop to CPS. So now, whenever we change CPS by 1, so if you just get a block here and you just a test change CPS by 1, then both CPSs change, which is good. And now, oh wait, and now we're gonna make it so that the CPS doesn't, so that both CPSs didn't show at the same time. So get an if else block. If equals, on the right side we do 1, and on the left side we do shop. If shop is 1, then show variable CPS shop, hide variable CPS. Else we show variable CPS and hide variable CPS shop. And just to confirm to you guys, the CPS shop is just, it's just to make it look good. You don't have to use it as like a variable, so if CPS or CPS shop. So like say if I want to do if CPS is if CPS is greater than, I don't know, say 50, then I only need to do the CPS variable, not the CPS shop, because the CPS shop is the same as the CPS, so it won't really mean much. Anyway, when you go test, you'll see that this is all working the same as last time. But then when you click on the shop, the CPS has moved. Well, it hasn't really moved. The new variable's shown, but yeah, it's kind of moved. And that's good. So the next thing we'll do is we'll make the scroll bar controls not inverted, because the scroll bar controls might be inverted. If you like, but if you like them this way, you can leave it. But if you want it to be so that if the scroll bar, when you press the up arrow, it goes up, and the down arrow, it goes down, what you do is you have to change these key down and key up around. So the key up arrow is on the left, the key down arrow is on the right, and it's in this script in the scroll bar, so the change Y by. And now you'll see that the scroll bar isn't inverted. Hooray! And now before we actually do any shop stuff, let's go into the shops button sprite and let's make it so now you can press the enter key. So you can, what you can do is you can basically get an OR and come to this script that wait until set shop to -1 minus shop yada da, and surround it by an OR. And now you can go to sensing and get a key press block. Now, if you have Scratch add-ons, you'll just be able to type enter and it'll be here. But in case you don't have it, what you can do is go into the operators and get a join block. Type on the left side, type enter, and on the right side, just type it as blank. So if key enter press, that does work, but since I have Scratch add-ons, I'm just gonna do enter here. And now you can put a knot in surrounding this enter. And then in this bottom script, you can add uh you can add this key enter as an or. So now whenever you press the enter key, try, the shop works well. And if you click the shop button, it does the exact same thing, which is good. And now finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. We're finally on to the shop items and making them actually do something. So first, what we're going to do is make them do that cool jingle thing. But before we do that, come down to this forever bound script. So if y position is greater than. This show block's useless. It doesn't need to be here, so we can just remove that. And now, I'm just going to change this. And I'm just changing my bound script quickly, just to double check. Yeah. So anyway, now we're gonna add the cool jingle. So when we go over the items, and we won't have to do all these scripts all over again, because when you go into the cat sprite, you'll see that we already have this cool jingle code here. So you can drag this forever part, and you can drag all of this into the item sprite. Drop it there. And as you see, it'll come back there to the item in the cat sprite. But then when you come here, it's here. Hooray! So now we'll get a when I start as a clone block so that when only when you're a clone it does this. And now you can test. It's as simple as that. So now, yep, as you can see, it's got the cool jingle. And you might also want to change your scroll bar thing from last time, because I made mine a bit too big, the distance. So the distance of 70 is around this area. This area-ish, you can still do it like that. So what we'll do is we'll go to this sprite and change it from 70 to the distance you want. And I think that 20 pixels will actually be enough. Yeah, that works. So now let's actually make it so that the shop items do something. So first going to the item sprite. And wait, before you do that, you can actually go into the shop button sprite. Wait, no, not the shop button sprite, the cat sprite. And you can also grab these scripts from here. So these mouse down and not mouse down. Grab them from here to the items. And now you've got these scripts. So when I start as a clone, wait until mouse down and touching mouse pointer and yada da. So now we're gonna make a new custom block. So call it item. Make an input called item hash. Make another one called clicks. Make one called CPC and one called CPS. Run without screen refresh. You can drag this block over here. And now go to control. Then you grab an if block out. So if item hash, so get an equals, item hash equals item hash. So orange item hash equals pink item hash. And this is just to show that, say if I'm on this item, that checking each clone to see if it's actually the cat toy item or the cat food item. And then if this checks passed, then we can add an if clicks is greater than, so get the variable clicks. So if my clicks is bigger than clicks minus 1. So basically what this means is whenever I have enough clicks to buy the item, then that's good. Then what I do is go to variables, then change clicks by, and get the pink clicks this time, go to operators and get a minus block. change clicks by negative clicks so that you lose your clicks when you buy something from a shop. It's like you lose your money. And then you change CPC by CPC and CPS by CPS. And this script will basically, it'll help you add new items to the shop. So say if I want to add the first item, which if I want to make the cat food actually work. So the cat food is item 1, as you can see, it's #1. So in the first box you put a 1. Then how many clicks it costs, and as you can see, it costs 50 clicks. So you can put 50 in here. And now for CPC, it doesn't give any clicks per click, but it gives 1 click per second. So set this to 0 and set this to 1. And now you can actually test that. So go to here, and for cat food, we need to have enough. You have to cost 50. So when we click it, we don't get any CPS because we don't have 50 clicks. So now we can click this cat multiple times until we get to 50 clicks. And now we have 50 clicks. So we can buy cat food now. So click it, and as you see, your CPS changes by 1. And the good thing is it changes by 1 and not 2, since there's 2 items. So yeah, if that script works properly, and if you want to add another item, then you can just you can just do the same algorithm. So if I want to add cat toy, I can change it to item 2, because it's item 2. It costs 100 clicks. It gives 1 click per second and 1 click per click and 0 click per second. And this is how to easily add an item to your shop. The good thing with coding like this sometimes is, in case you want to come back to these scripts later, you won't have to try so hard just to add another thing. You can just input these values, make your thing, and then you're done. And now what we'll do is we'll make these variables actually do something. So first go to the cat sprite. First you'll make the the clicks per click actually do something. So change clicks, not by 1, but by clicks per click. And now when you click, you see that you're not getting any clicks. But that's because your clicks per click has to actually be 1 so that you can actually, click the cat. So go to the item sprite and set CPC to 1. And now whenever you click, it's like normal. And now let's make the CPS do something. So first go to the backdrop sprite. Well, the backdrops. Then we can get another 1 green flag clicked. Forever. Then since this is going to be happening every second, we'll wait 1 second. Then finally, we'll change clicks by clicks per second. So change clicks by CPC. And now when you test that, you'll see that you're not getting any clicks per second yet because your CPS is 0. But then when you click the cat and you get your clicks to 50, you get, when you try clicking the thing, well, actually you need to get to 100. No. So if you want to get CPS, you click this, and now you've got CPS per 1 click per second. Hooray! That's cool. And now we'll add some. And now we'll make it so that whenever you try to buy an item that you can't buy from the shop, there's a sound like it's coming from the cat. But if you can buy it, then it's a prr sound. So yeah. And so for the sounds, if you want to make your own sounds, if you can buy it or can't buy it, the sounds you make, you need to put these in the item sprite, not in the cat sprite. And these are my 4 sounds that I've created. So happy 1, happy 2, oof 1, and oof 2, which is just the good sound and the bad sound. So first, if clicks is greater than clicks minus 1. So if the clicks did work, start sound happy 1 and also start sound happy 2. So these are your happy sounds if you can buy it. But then you're going to have to change this clicks greater than clicks minus 1 to an if else. So if it's not, if this not get them, then you start your bad sounds. So start sound oof 1 and oof 2 for me. And now what you can finally do is, like in the cat sprite, if you could buy the item, you can set the size to say like 120-ish. Yeah, 120 to make it like do that bounce thingy. So now you can go test the project. And basically what happens is that you can, oh wait, my thing's kind of lagging in a second. Let me just refresh the page. So anyway, when you go to test now, you'll see that when you first click on an item that you can't buy, it'll do this sound. So the sound you, so that basically when you can't buy something, but then when you can afford the item, so when you get enough clicks, then when you buy the item, it makes a purr noise, and as you saw, it increased. So it did a big bounce, and yeah, that's basically it for now. So yeah, and this is basically this is basically the minimum for what you need for a clicker game. So we're almost done with this tutorial series, and yay, that's what we've got for this episode. And the next episode, we're gonna finish off by adding some cool new effects, like when you like it's raining some cool shapes, add some music for the background, and also when you click the cat, mini cats come flying out of it. If you don't know what I mean, then you'll see next episode. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and follow me on Scratch, and yep, bye!